Alrighty, fandingos, it's time for some one-star food. The beautiful Mrs. Blott is going to do some camera work, and I'm going to do some serious Borussia Mönchengladbach. Right. So welcome back to the Blott Outdoor Show, Mandingos. Yes, it's another one-star takeaway I'm going to have to do. We're making our way down to the town of Peterlee once again. I think it's the third time I'll have been to Peterlee. And we're going to a cafe called Little Eden. My good friend Scott, who's from the area, says that the food is quite nice. This Mandingo will be the judge of that. Yeah, like I said, it's got a 1-star, a miserable 1-star with the local council for the food hygiene rating. But that not put this Mandingo off. I normally get good meals. So yeah, a 10-minute drive to Peterlee. Nearly lost me words there because I'm concentrating on the road. And I'll bring you legends back when we get there. I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know what food's going to be left, because there's only about an hour left before it shuts. So fingers crossed, there's some nice bait left. This Mandingo's not fussy. I'll pick a couple of things, we'll get stuck in, and I'll tell you exactly what I think about it. You better believe I will. I'll see ya when we're at the cafe. Right folks, so here we are. We're in the beautiful town of Peterlee. And I'll cut that. So here we are, guys. We're in the lovely little town of Peterlee, and no, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, start again. Well folks, we've just arrived in the picturesque town of Peterlee, and I'm going to go down to the... That just doesn't sound right at all, that. Right, one more time, start again. So guys, we're at Peterlee. Little Eden Cafe is just down there, guys. It's the one in the middle. You can't see the name above the shop because of the tree, but that's where I'm going to go and get some food ordered in a Winnie Mandela. It's quite busy, like, there's a few customers coming in and out, so we're just going to sit for a few seconds, wait for the coast to be clear. I like to go in when there's no one around, with us holding the camaraderie. But as usual, Mandingos, once we go down, I haven't got permission to record, and they've only got a miserable 1 out of 5 on the food hygiene rating, so they're not going to want a camaraderie shoved in the old face dingo. Mandingos, if you know what I'm talking about. So as I'm going in, I'll point the camera down as usual. Mrs. Blott's going to lead the way. She's going to go and order the food while I stand behind her like a coward with the old camaraderie. You know what makes sense, Mandingos. I'll bring you back when we're walking down to Little Eden Calf. Mice. Here we go then, folks. Time to make a move for it. Follow Mrs. Blott down. Mrs. Blott with a sexy bod. Right, folks, I'm going to put the camera down now. You better believe I am.
Yeah, there's some there. Yeah. I have mince and dumplings with veg, please. Yeah. Chicken curry, rice and chips. Yeah. That's it. Plenty, mine is 24. How's like your bacon? Well done, or just normal?
Just normal, please. Thank you. Come on, Hazel.
Like now I'm getting on and I don't want to leave. Well,
He never wants to leave because he gets paid all the time. Oh yes, Mandingos, Mrs. Blott's got the food. Now we just need to go and park up somewhere and get stuck right in. £12, wasn't it?
£12.
£12 for 2 meals, and they look like they're in big cartons. Plenty scrandingo for this Mandingo. So the plan dingo is Mandingos. Let's find somewhere to park up and dive in. Rice. Oh yes, Mandingos. We have just parked up in Lidl supermarket car park. I'm going to give you a quick look at the food before we dive in. So here we have the chicken curry with homemade chips. That looks very nice. Smells really nice as well. This one is the mince and dumplings with the veg, and we have a tub of gravy there to pour all over it. Oh yes. You better believe it, Mandingos. Alright then guys, I'm going to sit in the back of the Blottmobile, get set up. Mrs. Blott is going to record me diving in, so I'll bring you back in a seconder. Yes. Oh yes, Mandingos. Time to get stuck in this decent looking food. What should I go with first? I think I'll start off with the homemade chips and chicken curry katona. Yes. Here we go, guys. Looks like there's plenty of chicken on there. You can't beat homemade chips. And that's nice and hot still. We've drove about 5 minutes to park up there, and then I've wasted about 5 minutes getting set up, and the food is still red hot. Loads of onions as well, and mushrooms. So chicken, mushroom, and onion curry. Oh yes. With homemade chips, and the homemade chips are perfect, nice and well done, just the way I like them. Chicken's nice and tasty, nice and soft. We did want rice with it as well, curry rice and chips, but they only had the tiniest little bit of rice left. They would have cooked us some more, but we just said, it's okay, just homemade chips and curry katona will do. But yeah, that's nice. No complaints at all about this, guys. Give me homemade chips any day of the week, and this mandingo's happy. We only had homemade chips last night, didn't we, Mrs. Blood?
Oh, they were lovely, weren't they?
We had beef baguettes and homemade chips. It's Friday now, as I'm doing this takeaway review. So when I get home, I've got to get my finger out my arse and get this video edited, because it's going on YouTube tonight. I normally do my takeaway reviews on a Thursday night, but I felt like shite last night. Sore throat, earache, headache round the back. My jawbone was hurting.
Jawbone!
It was starting to hurt that much. I nearly stopped a man walking down the street and asked him, is there any chance you'll sell us your jawbone? Hey mate, any chance you'll sell us your jawbone? No, but seriously, I was in agony. Even when I first woke up this morning, I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go out and do a takeaway review. But I've perked myself up, and I'm glad I have, because this is really nice. I've got to be honest, it wasn't the greatest looking calf. As you walk down to it, you're thinking, you know, your typical type of calf. And when I went in, I was like, yeah, it's not the nicest looking calf I've ever seen, but sometimes you've just got to, you've got to put that aside, because this is really, really nice. The people that worked there were really nice, really friendly. Like I say, there was no rice. They were happily going to cook us some more. Yes, guys, if you like a chicken curry, and if you like your onions and mushrooms as well, this will certainly do for you. Well, I best leave some of this, because I've got the mince and dumplings to eat, and I don't want to be too full dingo mandingos, as saying the do down.
You say that, you say that, and you carry on eating.
Exactly. Right. That was really, really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Get a nice drink of Diet Coke. Obviously, Diet Coke, guys. I'm watching me figure, if you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, slavery dog. I've got an audience, people walking past, looking in.
This is the one I'm waiting for. This
Mince
one here.
and dumplings. Yes, put that plop down there. Here we go, guys, give you a look. Obviously you can see I poured that full tub of gravy all over it. Yes, the more gravy the better, I say. I'm the type of guy that you see out for a carvery, you know, at Toby's or Oak Tree Farm, and I put that much gravy on, and I'm walking back to my table and it's pouring off the side of the plate, going on the floor. You can't get enough gravy. You better believe you can't, guys. Right, how then? I'm going straight into the mince, or what do they call it in America and Canada? Ground beef. In the UK, we call it mincemeat. Well, that's quite nice. Look, I understand the calves, they can't use the top quality ingredients for the price they're selling it for, £6 for this meal. They obviously can't buy the best meat from the butchers. They've got to try and make a profit. They're running a business. and they've got to try and keep the prices down to keep the customers coming in. But that is really nice. Decent quality mince. Loads of veg. Mashed tatty. I don't think there's any roast potatoes on there. I do love roast potatoes, but I love mash as well, so no complaints here, guys. And it tastes like proper mash as well, not the instant shite that you can get. There and there. I've probably put a bit too much mince on. Sorry guys, gravy on. Let's try some dumpling. I forgot my knife and fork, so I just had to get a free fork from in the calf. Oh, that dumpling is just how I like them. And that's the God's honest truth, guys. No bullshit here on the Blot Outdoor Show.
Just like mine.
That's the way I like Mrs. Blot to cook my dumplings. Nice and crispy on the outside. Obviously on the bottom they're going to be a bit soggy because they've been cooked on top of the mincemeat and gravy. Nice and soft and fluffy inside. So for me, that is the perfect dumpling.
All right then.
Mrs. Blot's got the perfect dumplings. If you know what I'm talking about. Yes, guys.
Good.
Diet Coke. Oh, I have got the right sweat on. It's like sitting in a greenhouse eating this food. But it's worth it to get the takeaway review done.
I like that they put white cabbage on as well. I love white cabbage on mince and dumplings.
Yes, I forgot to mention there, Mrs. Blot. We've got cabbage, mashed potato, mushy peas, I can see why it's so busy. When we first got there was a few customers and we were waiting for them to leave. Then there was more people turning up. While we were in there waiting for our food, there was more lads turning up. The scrap lads, you know, the lads that going around collecting the scrap metal in. So it's obviously popular for a reason. The food's not expensive. And you're getting value for money, you're getting a decent meal for a decent price, if you know what I'm talking about. I love that. That's right up my street. The chicken curry with homemade chips. Mushrooms and onions as well to make it even better. This is what Mrs. Blot would probably choose if she was joining the takeaway.
You can leave us some dumpling.
Mrs. Blot's going to have a bit of this. So I'll leave her that dumpling. She can have the cabbage. I'm not the biggest fan of cabbage, but it is nice. Yeah. You don't like mashed tatty though, do you?
No, it's roast potatoes for me.
Mrs. Blood doesn't like mashed tatty, so I can eat all that. The people are going to be asking Mrs. Blood when you're going to join in on another takeaway review.
Be 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks we'll wait?
Not next week, but the week after. Me and Mrs. Blood, my son Preston and the dogs, we're going over to the Lake District. We've treated ourselves, we've hired out a nice lodge with a hot tub. So me and Mrs. Blood will be chilling in the hot tub with a nice glass of wine. Our matron. Yes. So while we're away that week, we're going to do a takeaway review and Mrs. Blood is going to join in. So there you go, guys. That's that question answered. Well, I'm going to leave the rest of that for Mrs. Blood. Dumpling. Yes. And some veg. Very nice indeed. Tell you what I'm going to do. While I'm talking shite, I'm going to go back to this and finish the rest of this chicken curry off because it's a shame to waste any of it. Little bit of a funny combination there. Minced dinner with veg and dumpling, and then going back into chicken curry. Yeah, guys, while I'm finishing this off, it's time for the old score dingos, mandingos. So, value for money, I would definitely say value for money. £6 each for these 2 meals. Obviously, 12 pun dinkies, 12 little pun dinkies altogether. Can't go wrong, dingo mandingos. As they say in the deepest forests of the Congo. Portion size. However, look at that. A big tray. And that was full to the top. So, yeah. Portion size. Very impressive. And the main thing, food quality. Need I say any more? You can see how much I've enjoyed it. Chicken curry, mushrooms, onions, homemade chips, nice and well done homemade chips. Absolutely spot on. Like I say, that's right up my street. The minced dinner, what was it? Mince and dumplings with veg, mashed tatty, mushy peas, cabbage, carrots, something else on there, I can't remember, my mind's gone blank. That was very nice as well. I've got no complaints at all. So guys, weighing everything up, I've got to give it a very solid, a very better than respectable. I'm going to give it a big fat 9, a straight 9 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Some of you might say I'm being a bit generous there, but I don't think I am. 2 big meals, £6 each, and both quality, piping hot, nice friendly staff. Pardonski, yeah, it's a big fat mega 9 from this mandingo. Well guys, that's it. That's the end of this takeaway review. I've got a right sweat on, is what I'm trying to say.
A white?
Whew. I'm now going to drive home, do a little bit editing, then I'm going to jump back in the back of the Blockmobile. We're going to do a world famous Whisky review and talk some shite. And at the very end, some fans clips. See ya back in mine. You know it makes sense.
Right.
Yes, my fansexuals. Thank you for joining me in the back of the Blockmobile. You know what time it is. Whisky time. Well, it's almost Whisky time. You know the score on the Blood Outdoor Show, guys. First, we're going to talk some shite for a few Winnie Mandelas, but I'll give you a quick look at what we're going to do a Whisky review on. And it's this Rampur double cask Indian single malt Whisky. The very first on the Blood Outdoor Show, guys. I've never done an Indian Whisky before. And to be honest, I'd never even heard of an Indian Whisky. But I'm willing to try everything once. Get your words out. I am willing to try everything once, as they say in the gay bars of San Francisco. You better believe they do. Rampur double cask Indian single malt Whisky. Kindly given to me from the legend, the one and only Nick Ball. A big fat mega hairy arse supporter of the Blood Outdoor Show. Yeah, he's given me loads of bottles of Whisky. He doesn't have to do it, but I do appreciate it very much. So thank you, Nick. Yes, it is very much appreciated. You know it makes sense. Rampur, we will do that in a few Winnie Mandelas. The old famous Cub Dingo is at the ready. Well, I know what the first question is that you want answering. I bet you've all been wondering, what the hell's going on with the Mandingo's eye? How's he got a shiner? Well, all I'm going to say is, don't worry, Mandingos. There's nothing for you loyal subscribers to worry about. It all ended good for this Mandingo, if you know what I'm talking about. Watch Sunday night's video. In 2 days' time, watch the Sunday night video. I explain the full situation there. It's Friday now, and I actually went out camping on Wednesday night. This happened during the day on Wednesday when I went to Aldi to get my supplies in for the Wednesday night camp. So yeah, I've already got that video made. Well, I've got it half made. I've still got to finish some editing off on it. But that will be on YouTube on Sunday night. Well, I'll tell you the full story about what happened here So yeah, quite exciting, quite, I don't want to say too much, I don't want to give it away. I want to keep you guys in suspenders, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, quite an exciting story on the Blot Outdoor Show. So check my Sunday night video out, not just for the action. Check it out because you enjoy watching my stealth camping videos. But yeah, I will tell you the full story about that on Sunday night. You better believe I will. Anything else to talk about? This is just unplanned. You know, I've been rushing about today. I've got no wallies of the week. I've had no absolute sausages giving me complete shit. You know, when I do get that, you know, it's very rare. I totally block someone from commenting. They've got to be a complete sausage for me to do that. But this week, I've had a few little cheeky comments, which is great. I love that. That is what I like. If someone gives me a couple of little cheeky comments, and if I can give them a cheeky reply back without them getting the knickers in a twist and saying I'm big-headed and the channel's got in your head, Mandingo, you've changed and all that shit. It's nice if someone can give me a little bit shit, I'll give them a little bit back, and you have a bit banter, a bit back and forth. That is fantastic. But yeah, I've had nothing but positivity this week from you absolute legends. No doubt, next week I'll have a couple of wallies to talk about, which I quite enjoy because I like putting a positive spin on some negative comments and take the piss out of it, you know what I mean, and give you a, do you know what I mean, guys? Yeah. So what I will say is regarding the positive comments, there's just so many people are so nice. And I mean, this isn't a good thing. It's not a good thing that a lot of people struggle with the mental health. It's certainly not a good thing. But the amount of people I get every week saying that they're struggling with the mental health for one reason or another. We'll not go into it because, like I say, we don't like banging on about mental health on here. We like to talk about positive things. But the amount of people that say that they watch me videos and it helps them, they might have just had a bad week at work, or they might be going through a really bad time with a death in their family. They might have had a relationship breakdown, or just what other reason, whatever else they've got going on and up there. Because the mind's a funny thing, you know. You can be feeling on top of the world one minute, and then from nowhere you can feel like shit. But the amount of people that's watching and they are saying, you know, they've been feeling a little bit down over the last few days, and they tune into the Blot Outdoor Show, and it puts a smile on their face. Honestly, guys, that means more to me than anything in the world. I ain't going to hide anything from you. There's no bullshit here in the Blot Outdoor Show. Yes, my channel has been monetized now. You guys know that this is my full-time job now. So it's obvious I am getting paid for making these YouTube videos. And obviously I'm not going to turn the money down from YouTube. I've got a family to look after. I've got a son, 2 stepdaughters, a lovely wife, 3 grandkids. No doubt there'll be more grandkids coming on. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate that because of you legends watching my video, I do get paid from off YouTube. I'm not making crazy money, you know. It's paying me wage that I didn't get from the factory, and maybe it's a little bit more. But forgetting about money, guys, the fact that even if just a handful of people watch my videos and it puts a smile on your face after you've had a shit week, that means more than anything in the world. I'm prepared for, me and Mrs. Blot spoke about this when I left the factory. If things didn't go as well as we had our fingers crossed for, I would have to go and get another job. That's life. Do you know what I mean? If I've got to go and get another job in a factory or delivering for Amazon or whatever it is I've got to do, then that's what I'll have to do. Luckily, so far, the channels went from strength to strength since I left the factory. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, even if things went pear-shaped and I did have to go back and get a full-time job, that's just the way it goes. I'll still come out and I'll still make these videos because, like I say, if 5 people, 10 people a week get a smile on their face after they've been going through a shit time for watching my videos, watching this idiot talking shit and having a few beers and coming out with stupid words, that means the world to me if I can put a smile on a few people's faces. That's all I had to say in the first place, wasn't it? You know me, guys, I talk too much. I talk absolute crock of shite. And I could have just quickly explained that in 10 seconds and I've waffled on for 2 minutes. But that's what this channel's all about. Yeah. Nothing written down, nothing planned, nothing scripted. I've just pressed record on the old camaraderie. Talk a load of shite, to use legends. I say I talk a load of shite. That's just me taking the piss out myself. I actually speak from the heart. I speak the truth. And I think that's why the channel goes down so well. You guys can see through fake people and you can see that this man Dingo with a pot belly and a big fat hairy spotty arse is the real deal, if you know what I'm talking about. There you go, guys. That's enough of me waffling a crock of shit. If this channel puts a smile on a few people's faces, that means more than anything in the world to this man Dingo. You better believe it does. Now it's time for the world famous Whisky review. Rampur, double cask, Indian Whisky, Indian single malt. Here we go, guys. Wake me up before you go, guys. Let's get popped in the old famous cup, Dingo man Dingos. Oh yes, just a nice, lovely little miniature. We don't need any more than that. I'm actually going for a wild camp tomorrow in the Lake District with my good friend young Chris, the king of Swing Dingo. Yes, Friday the day, Saturday tomorrow in the lakes, but that video will go on YouTube next Wednesday. It'll be like the Wednesday wild camping video. The Sunday night video is almost ready to put on YouTube. And that's when you find out about the shiner. Right, come on then, let's get the old bakeroony in it. Oh, like an oaky, peppery smell straight away. Got that peppery blast up the old Nostradamus there, guys. Peppery. There's a fruity thing going on. Maybe like raisins. Maybe a little bit banana as well. I think I said that in a video not so long ago about getting the smell of banana. People think banana and a whisky. Brother. What's that? What's that, brother? Brother. But yeah, when you get a nice banana smell in the whisky, it's really nice. Give that a swirl around, man, and goes. See if we can get anything else. Yeah, there's a definite raisin smell, peppery, and maybe the tiniest little bit of honey. Anyway, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Right. Oh, peppery. Oh, yes. That's going nice. Little kick to it. Peppery, but also with like a flavouroonie of dark berries in there, guys. Well, I said raisins. Sellers your music. I said raisins in the smell, but yeah, like dark berries there in the taste. Like a little bit of a chocolate in vanilla. Taste of uni going on there, guys. Yeah, it's definitely got a spicy, peppery kick, which is making it a proper chest warmer. This is a proper little chest warmer. I think the full-size bottle of this, you know, will set you back about £55, £60 even. So it's a quality whisky. I'm so lucky to be given this, to give it a try. Last taste, that, guys. Down the hatch. Yeah. And there's a long lasting aftertaste of sherry in there, guys. Now, whenever I get a whisky with a bit sherry in, oh, it just makes it even better than what it already is. I like a little sherry now and again, so to get that sherry flavour in the whisky, just makes it tip top for this man Dingo. So yeah, that is absolute quality. And I know a full-size bottle costs £60, but I think I'm definitely going to invest in a full-size bottle of that to go with my collection. The old collection. Mad for it. Rampur, double cask, Indian single malt whisky, kindly given to me from the legend by the name of Nick Ball. Pardonsky. Cheers, Nick, my man friend. I really do appreciate it, and I really do appreciate all you absolute legends watching my dodgy videos. Do you know what I mean? You can't get any more dodgy than a guy sitting in the back of his car talking shite and doing a whisky review. So I'm just over the moon that you guys enjoyed. Yes, time for the old score dingos. Rampur Indian whisky, really, really nice. Probably the most I've enjoyed a whisky for quite a while, to be honest. And that's the God's honest truth. That's the gospel truth. Hey mate, it's the gospel truth. And sellers, your jawbone. I'm going to give this a big fat jawbone 9.4 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Lovely jubbly, guys. A 9.4 from me. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious whisky tasting. There you go, my fan dingoes, my pal dingoes. Thank you for tuning in. That is the end of this video. Right at the very end, it's not quite the end, right at the very end, I'm going to show you some fans clips. There wasn't loads this time, so get them fans clips in, guys. I love sending them in, I love watching them. It's a good laugh. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Mandingos. Enjoy the fans clips and make sure you tune in on Wednesday night. Sorry, guys, make sure you tune in on Sunday night for my next stealth camp. And next Wednesday for my wild camp with young Chris, the King of Swing. See you later, Mandingos. And bonjour. Lice.
Oh, matron.
Who is it?
Matron.
Oh, matron, the glove of self-love.
Oh, matron, it's a glove of self-love. Ah.
Oh, matron, it's the glove of self-love.
Oh, matron. Oh.
Hey mate, why you some Alex Honnold? Oh, matron. Oh.
Oh, matron.
Hey, go. So what's your job, boy?
Oh, matron, the glove of self-love. Oh.
Oh, matron. The gloves. Sell us your beak. Boy, you're handsome.
You know, it's Mac Turtle since my very